Hi guys, and welcome to part 7 of my PS1 Games Collection 2012, and this will be the final part of the games. Actually made a mistake in the last part. I said the last part was part 7 when it was part 6. Someone left me a comment saying, where's part 6? Of course it wasn't part 6, it was only a part 5 and a part 7. I made a mistake. And yeah, I can't remember your username, but whoever you are, if you're watching this, thanks very much, because I wouldn't have noticed, and I'd be calling this part 8, and there would have been no part 6, so it'd be a bit weird, but anyway, thanks for writing that comment and basically bringing that to my attention. So yeah, let's get this finished off. Still got some pretty good games here, PS1 games. Start off with this one, PS1 platformer Pandemonium. This game is just Pandemonium. Yeah, it's a bit a crazy platformer, really beautiful, looks really good even to this day. It's a really nice looking, really difficult platformer actually as well. I could never complete it when I was younger. I found it really tough. I did actually complete it when I was younger, but I used a level select cheat and I used extra health and stuff, so obviously gave me a bit of an advantage. But yeah, really good, really nice platformer, and I really like this game. Really good platformer. I've not played the second game, but to me it doesn't appeal to me as much as that game, but you know, it's just me. Next we have Worms, the original Worms on the PS1. Not a fan of this, to be honest. I do like Worms Armageddon, which I think came after this, but it was just Worms on its own. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. It just seems like you're too far away from the actual worms on the screen, so they look a bit tiny, and I just didn't find it that enjoyable. I'm sorry. I know people do like the original Worms, but unfortunately I'm just not one of those people. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm still happy to have it. Next we have a football game I wasn't really too fond of, and it is Soccer 97. Which is it's in a replacement case. I remember buying it like that actually, but yeah, Soccer 97. Yeah, I wasn't really a big fan of it. You could only play as English clubs, and I kept getting my ass kicked, to be honest. I really found this difficult. Couldn't really score, and I always got beat by the computer. So yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this. Let's put it like that. Let's see. Oh yeah, classic. We have Medieval. Yes. Oh god, my computer's making noises. I bloody love Medieval. Medieval is fantastic, and I've completed both games over the last, this year, I suppose you could say, and they're both fantastic games. Both Medieval games are totally brilliant. I'll get the second one out right now, actually. Medieval 2. Both games are just absolutely brilliant. I just love the Medieval series, and I would love them to make another one, on the PS3. I mean, they recently released that PlayStation All Stars, whatever you call it, which is like Super Smash, Smash Brothers Brawl, whatever the hell it is. It's got Sir Daniel Fortescue in it, which is obviously the guy from Medieval. So I think they really should make a third Medieval game, or release these games in HD or something, because I just love the Medieval games. They're fantastic. And yeah, I'm so glad I've actually managed to go back and complete these games, because like I say, they're brilliant, and I love them to bits, Can't really fault them. Right, okay, let's see what we've got next. God, this case is a mess. We have UEFA Champions League. Was it season 1998-1999? Wasn't a big fan of football games apart from FIFA, but this game, I love this game. I thought this was brilliant. Just really liked the gameplay of it, and this is probably the only, yeah, actually this is the only only football game on the PS1 that I like, apart from of course FIFA. So yeah, UEFA Champions League, I thought it was brilliant. So yeah, that's Eidos as well. Same people that made Soccer 97, and I hated that game. Next we have a game called Blade. I remember playing this back in the day. I had absolutely no idea there was a film called Blade. I've still not seen it. I think there's 2 Blade films, and there's also 2 Blade games. I had Blade 2 on the PS2, never got that. It's not really something that interested me too much. But yeah, Blade, I remember getting this for Christmas one year, randomly. And I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good game. I think people dislike this game. But yeah, I played it. completed it twice when I was younger, and I thought it was pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, Blade. I think you go around killing like zombies and things and vampires, I believe. So yeah, I really can't remember much about the game, but I remember quite enjoying it back in the day. So Blade. Next we have Prince Naseem Hamed Boxing. I know Prince Naseem Hamed's, one of the, he's a great, one of the legends, isn't he? But I would say this is the best boxing game I've played, even though I've not played many boxing games. Basically because I'm not really a boxing fan, but I've got to say I did put a couple hours into this, and it's pretty decent for a boxing game, but just not really my kind of thing. Next we have, oh my god, a brilliant game. We have Spyro Year of the Dragon, which is absolutely tremendous. Love this game. Never completed it fully. Basically, I did beat like the final boss and everything, but I didn't like get 100%. All the gems, all the dragon eggs. Never managed to do that when I was younger. But I am gonna attempt to go back and play this again, 100% it. Do all the mini games and challenges and stuff, and find all the dragon eggs and gems. So it's gonna be interesting to see if I can do it now that I'm, obviously a better gamer than I was when I was younger. So yeah, Spyro Year of the Dragon, my favourite Spyro game. It's just a tremendous platformer. Next we have a budget title called The Hunter. Please don't ask me what this game is. It's kind of difficult to explain. It's like a board game. Like, you have to roll these dice. You roll these dice. You can move around the board, attack other players. The main objective is to go around the board basically and collect relics, which you could use. You can sell them from the merchant. And basically with that money you can upgrade your character by, upgrade their attack power and stuff, make them stronger basically. So that's basically what the whole game's about basically. So yeah, I liked it when I was younger, but it's nothing special. Now that I look back on it, it's nothing special. But got a little bit of a nostalgia feeling, but it's nothing special, believe me. Very difficult to explain that game. I have to look up a gameplay of it. Next, we have another game that's not got a case, but we have LME Mind 2002. I didn't really play much of this, to be honest. I remember buying LME Mind 2003 for the PS2, and this game actually came in the PS2 game, basically, so it was in the same case, which was a bit of a surprise. It's scratched to hell. Don't know if it works that well, but yeah, I love LME Mind 2001, so that game's probably just about, just the same kind of game. But same, graphics and that, but just with updated like squads and things. So wasn't really that interested in playing it, surprisingly. Next we have a Capcom game, Dino Crisis, which I do kind of think Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs basically. There's just too many like puzzles in this game. I mean, Resident Evil's got its fair share of puzzles, but this game just takes the biscuit. This game just pathetic when it comes to puzzles, and I'm not really a fan of puzzles, so that kind of put me off this game. How it had so many puzzles, and it ruined it in my opinion. It ruined it. But the gameplay in that, in my opinion, was really, really good. I don't feel like it had enough dinosaurs in it. I mean, when you look at Resident Evil and stuff, it's got like it's got quite a big selection of different enemies. I think this one had like 5 or 6 different dinosaurs, which was a bit of a disappointment, but it was still a really good game, don't get me wrong. But yeah, just too many puzzles and stuff. I remember having the codes, but to some of the puzzles, well, basically all of the puzzles really. But I've lost it for some reason. But you can just look it up on the internet to get the codes. I just couldn't be bothered solving these blooming stupid number and like letter puzzles. They're blooming annoying. So yeah, Dino Crisis. I need to get the second one because it looks brilliant. It looks more like arcade style rather than survival horror, but it still looks fantastic. But yeah, it's not the cheapest game to buy on eBay. It's like £8 on, but yeah, which is more than what I pay for a PS1 game. Next we have Gran Turismo 2. Sad to say I've not really played too much of this. I mean, I was a huge fan of Gran Turismo 1, and it wasn't until about 2 years ago that I bought this game and found it in a charity shop, and I did enjoy it, but I don't know why, I just didn't really play it as much as I thought I was gonna. But yes, don't get me wrong, still a fantastic looking game, but this Gran Turismo 1's got more nostalgia, so I think I'll always prefer that game, but still, fantastic game, Gran Turismo 2. Okay, so let's get into a bit of James Bond, shall we? First one I have here is 007 Tomorrow Never Dies, which is actually the first James Bond game I ever played, and to be honest, it was fantastic. I really enjoyed this game. I love it's a third-person shooter. I love the skiing section in this. It was really fun. Basically skiing, trying to knock your enemies off the skis, while they're trying to knock you off the skis as well. I have to obviously avoid trees, avoid slopes, like going off the edge of a cliff and stuff. And really fun, and get a driving mission as well. So it was pretty neat selection of different gameplay types. And yeah, really fantastic game. I can't really fault it, but I suppose I could say it's really short, but I don't really care because it's fantastic for what it is, really. And we also have the same game, 007 Tomorrow Never Dies, but we also have The World Is Not Enough. So that's the game I just showed you. And that is The World Is Not Enough, which is a first-person James Bond game. I only managed to complete the first mission. I've not played it too much, as you can probably tell, but it seemed okay. Just a bit weird being in first person. Took a bit getting used to the controls, how to switch gadgets and things. But yeah, if I get into it, I think I would probably really enjoy it. But I think I just prefer the third person shooters for Bond games on the PS1, in my opinion. So yeah, we have the two Bond games there. And that bloody room on the floor here. Next, we have we have two discs for this game. We have Driver 2, which is a bloody tremendous game. Love this game. So sad to say I haven't actually completed it. Oh, shoot. Right. We have disc 1, disc 2. I remember I got to the last city. I'll tell you what that in a minute. I remember being stuck on Las Vegas. That's like the third city. I was stuck on that for ages on the last mission, and it took me absolutely ages to complete it. And I was so happy when I finally completed it. And then what happened when I got to the last city? When I got to Rio, I basically couldn't complete the first mission. So yeah, I found it really difficult when I was younger. But to be honest, I wasn't really the best at driving games. I'm a lot better now, I would say, so I really need to go back, give Driver 2 another shot, play through it all again, and I probably enjoy every minute of it, because Driver 2 was absolutely fantastic, so really fantastic game. Okay, next game I have here is a fighting game, one-on-one fighter, and it is Warpath Jurassic Park. I'm not awful keen on these EA classics, awful white round the side with just a tiny bit of artwork in the middle there. Not awful keen at that. But yeah, Warpath Jurassic Park is a one-on-one fighting game with dinosaurs. I think you got let's see. Got 14 different dinosaurs, obviously. You got your T-Rex, Velociraptors, Spinosaurus, Triceratops, basically some of the more popular dinosaurs, basically. Yeah, really fun game. I remember playing it quite a bit back in the day. Disc's a bit scratched up, so often skips music and stuff. But I've got to say, I love this disc. Look at that. Look at that. How bloody epic is that? Really nice disc, I would say. But yeah, one-on-one dinosaur fighting game. It was a really cool idea, and in my opinion, I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I recommend that. Or at least check it out if you've not heard of it. Because I've not really seen that in shops that often, so I don't know if many people have heard of it. Speaking of EA classics, we have Die Hard Trilogy. Again, EA classics. Yeah, Die Hard Trilogy was 3 different games. 3 games in one. We have a third-person shooter, which in my opinion was really fun. I really liked that. Definitely my favourite of the 3 games. We had a driving one. I think you're in a taxi or something. I didn't really like that. I didn't really know what to do, so it wasn't really that good at that. And we have a game kind of like Time Crisis, I believe. One of those kind of shooters. So yeah, I wasn't really fond of them, but I did like basically the shooting one, the third-person shooter. Thought that was really fun. Didn't really get too far into it. I always found it a bit difficult, but yeah, really fun game. Really recommend that, especially for the third-person shooter, because I loved that. Next we have, I don't know if many people have heard of this one, we have a digital card battle. Oops. Digital card battle, yeah, it's a Digimon game, and it's a digital card battle, basically with Digimon cards. Actually, I've only seen this once in the shop, and that was the time I bought it, basically. But yeah, really fun game. If you like Digimon, you like card battle kind of games, you'd probably love this game. But I've not played it in ages, but I think I reached over 100 hours in this game. Really addicted to it when I was younger. So yeah, I could really do giving this another shot because I thought it was brilliant. So. And I don't know why, I like the colours the colour of that disc is cool as well. For some reason. Okay, so what we've only got 8 games here actually. Yeah, 8 games left. It's the final stretch. Next we have NBA Showtime NBA on NBC, which is a basketball game. It's alright. I found it a bit difficult at first getting used to it. It's a 2-on-2 basketball game. I mean, I always remember basketball being 5-a-side. But this is 2-on-2, which I'm not a fan of. I'd rather have a 5-a-side. But it seemed a pretty good game. I played like 4 matches. I lost them all, but there was twice I was really close. But just got beat at the end. But yeah, basketball game. It was pretty decent. Next we have a game that was my dad's back in the day, which obviously was mine because he doesn't really play games as much anymore, well, apart from FIFA now and again, once a month. But yeah, we have here Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit, which ironically is the name of one of the newer Need for Speed games, Hot Pursuit. But yeah, obviously I was big. I said before, I've said it many times, a big Gran Turismo fan, so I didn't really play like many other racing games. But I did like how it had cars that weren't in Gran Turismo, like the Lamborghini, the Porsche. Didn't have the Jaguar on it in Gran Turismo 1. But yeah, looks like a pretty good game from what I can see at the back. I mean, Need for Speed games I like, so I'll probably end up liking this game. My dad liked it back in the day, so I really should give it a shot. Next we have another game that's the front cover and that got battered to bits. We have The Lost World, Jurassic Park, which was a platformer, really unforgiving platformer at that. So yeah, actually probably one of the first platformers I ever played for the PS1. I remember I got this pretty early in the PS1's life. But yeah, Jurassic Park, it was so unforgiving. Basically, like each character had like seven levels in basically a set of levels. And if you got to the 7th level with a certain character and you died, you'd have to start from level 1 of that character. Only if you completed all 7 levels, basically you get a code so you can move on to the next character. Which was really unforgiving because it was a really tough game, I thought. 5 different characters: the male, the female, Sarah, what we call her. We had Velociraptor, T-Rex, and the little green thing, Compy. I don't know its full name, Compysogonosaurus or something, I don't know. But Compy, yeah, Compy. But it's a really unforgiving game, really tough, and yeah, I didn't really get too far in it, but I always used a level select cheat, so that was okay. But it wasn't for that, I wouldn't got past the first set of levels. Next we have Resident Evil Survivor, which I think a lot of people criticise because it's obviously different to the first 3 Resident Evil games. It's like a first-person shooter kind of game, and it'd probably work well with a gun. But personally, I like it with the controller. I still find this game really fun. Completed it about 4 or 5 times, and despite people criticising it, I actually really like this game. And yeah, I don't really see what people criticise just because it's different. But yeah, Resident Evil Survivor, I like that game. It's cool. Okay, so the last 4 games. Next one we have here is WWF Warlow, which actually the first wrestling game I ever played, and it was actually this game that encouraged me to buy SmackDown 2, and obviously what got me into basically wrestling as a sport. But yeah, it's not really that great. When you look back on it, it's really slow compared to the 2 SmackDown games. But yeah, it's still nostalgic for me, being the first wrestling game I ever played. Just lacking in game modes, lacking in wrestlers basically. But it's still, like I say, it's nostalgic. And I like the character, like the wrestler voiceover during the match. Oh, hell yeah, and stuff like that. And basically when you got them in submission holds, you hear them in pain, you know, it's funny. It's funny to look back on. And it's also got commentary, unlike the two SmackDown games, but yeah, SmackDown games are far superior, but it's still a decent game, and like I say, nostalgic. Next game I have here is a 2-disc game, Colony Wars. Which I have to admit, I didn't have a clue what I was doing playing this game when I was younger. Didn't have a damn clue. But yeah, 2-disc game. Disc 1, disc 2. Yeah, it's one of those like sci-fi spaceship shooter things. I don't know really what you call them. But yes, it's basically a space shooter in space. And then like a flying aircraft thing. Not really what I was into back in the... That's correct. Not really what I was into, didn't understand it. I just ended up shooting at anything when I was probably supposed to like protect things. I don't know. Didn't have a clue what I was doing, so I didn't get far, but should really give it another shot now that I'm a bit older and I might actually understand what I'm doing. But it's not really one of those games it's one of those games I don't think I'll get into, but you never know. This is a game I remember getting for Christmas out of the blue. I had no idea I was getting it and I didn't have a damn clue what it was, because I didn't play any of the previous games in the series, but I've got to say it was fantastic, and it was siphon filter free. Oh my god, the amount of times I played for this game is unbelievable. The guy seemed like a James Bond kind of character, you know, cool dude, you know. It was fun. It was a really fun game. It was like 4 or 5 different characters you play as through the campaign. Different characters depending on what mission you're on basically. And I used to play this with a friend. We used to play multiplayer and stuff. And it was really fun. I used to really enjoy this game. I don't remember too much about it, despite completing it about 4 or 5 times. I don't remember much about it, so I need to give this another playthrough sometime. And we have the very last game, and it is Loaded. It's Loaded's like it's a third-person shooter, and basically you're in it's like a top-down shooter. It's probably how the best way to describe it. A top-down shooter, basically have to make your way through, collecting keys, opening doors, basically trying to progress, basically trying to escape from this prison. Basically you play as one of 6 different psychopaths, and they've all got like different guns and stuff. So yeah, I didn't feel the character I chose was very good. I don't know whether it was because it was a crap character, or whether because I was just crap at the game. But really good game, really kick-ass soundtrack, and I would quite like to get into that game, you know. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching guys, and hope you enjoyed this basically this PS1 games collection. I'll make an 8th part, basically for demo discs, talk about them for a little while if you're interested. I'm bloody cold in here, so I'm shivering away here, trying to talk and shiver at the same time. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll catch you all later. See you guys, thanks for watching.